Right, so we've got the Cheltenham Town manager Tom Davies here ahead of this week's trip to Rugby Borough. Tom, a tough defeat to take 2 weeks ago to Ipswich. What are your final reflections on the game 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, it was difficult. We had a plan of how we were going to play. We adapt and we amend based on the opposition at times, and we did that. And I felt that the first sort of 30 minutes or so, we were really good. We executed it really well. We limited them to not many, if any, kind of shots or chances. And we looked to move the ball. We just didn't execute that very well. We weren't as strong in possession, which meant that we gifted them the ball a little bit too much. And then a couple of good finishes and laps of concentration takes us in at 2-0, and it's difficult, but at half time we're very united in the way that we wanted to go about it. We wanted to go back out and be aggressive. We wanted to make sure that we were hitting spaces and moving the ball well. And then 10 minutes into that we're 4-0 down because we've had individual errors, we've had unit errors, or whatever happened, and we've been absolutely punished. It's a difficult one in the moment. I think when you look at the stats and you look at things back, it's not as bad as it is. We've not conceded horrific amounts of chances. We've just been punished every single time that they've been able to get through, and that's the difficulty within the level that we have, is that you can't gift chances. Like I said, some fantastic finishes and taking nothing away from Ipswich and their performance. And I think it was just a combination of the two. We made individual errors and they were completely on it. And it was a combination of those two things colliding, which unfortunately for us left us with the result that we did. But something that we've spoken about, something that we've reflected on, something that we've used as motivation as a group, and it's not something that we're going to allow to define us because it's one performance and one result.
Yeah, so since Ipswich, you've had 2 weeks to prepare for this weekend's game against Rugby. How beneficial is that for you, the coaching staff, and the team?
I think the biggest thing is that we were able to rest last weekend, for different reasons, which we've kind of explained. We didn't play that cup game, and that was made, a couple of weeks sort of prior, or at least a week prior to the Ipswich game. But it allowed us to rest. It allowed everyone to kind of spend some time at home, which was important. Spend some time with families, and we trained. We didn't change any of our training methods. We've just come in and we've been training exactly the same way because we believe in what we do. So we've been training each week or each session and just hitting the ground running and making sure we're doing the right things and just reminding ourselves of what makes us us and what makes us good. What's got us the positive performances so far this season, what's got us the results so far this season. Just reigniting that back into the group and just training and making sure that we're doing the right things and that we're prepared for not just rugby, but the season ahead.
Yeah, so you just said we got Rugby this weekend. How do you look to challenge a side that, of course, are up there along with Ipswich, hashtag, and Portsmouth this season?
Look, they're a really good side. We know that. They've got some fantastic individual players. And as a new group, they're kind of binding that together. And I think, the more they play, the better they're going to get. So, look, they're a good side. We respect them, just like we respect everybody. So there's no kind of difference in our preparation. Like I said, everything about what we've done over the last couple of weeks has been making sure that we're getting back to how we want to perform, how we want to play the game, how we want to make sure that we frustrate oppositions and how we want to do that, but equally how we want to play both in possession, out possession, and in our transitions, and making sure that as a group that we've got clarity on what we want to achieve. And then also combining that with, how we want to amend certain things. If we feel that certain things aren't working, then we discuss those areas. And it's a collaborative approach, but I feel that we've worked really hard over the last couple of weeks, and it's about now applying ourselves and getting out there and playing the game.
Yeah, and just lastly, Tom, you look to get your first away points of the season. We've had some tough tests away from home, the likes of Portsmouth and, of course, Ipswich a few weeks ago. How vital is it come the end of the season that we've got some away points on the board?
Yeah, I think look, it's important that we get points wherever it is. I'm happy that we've started to build a bit of a culture and an environment at Kate Lane, and we're getting points that way, and we're getting performances. I think, yeah, you've alluded to it there. We've gone to two of the top three, top four sides away from home, and not got points. But then I don't think many teams are going to go and get points at those grounds, and that's consistent over the last couple of seasons. The Plymouth one stings a little bit because we did play well, and I thought that we deserved to get 3 points, and yeah, I think that's the disappointing one. So yeah, there's no kind of there's no mantra to go and get away points. The mantra is we want to go and get points wherever, whether that's at home or away. And we see this as an opportunity to go and do that. But to get those points, we've got to perform in our way, and we've got to, earn the right to play, and we've got to go and set ourselves and make sure that we're doing all the things that we've spoken about, or the things that the players want to do, that the staff want us to do, and we combine that and we put a strong 90-minute performance in. And like I said previously, if we do that anywhere, home, away, we're confident that we can get 3 points.
Nice one, Tom. Best of luck for rugby on Sunday.